Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is business. You can head over to my business website, 50mistakes.com. There's a ton of videos over there. A lot of articles are posted on the blog. You can sign up and receive emails from me every week on business tips. Whether you're a restaurant owner or any other type of business owner, there's lots and lots of valuable tips in there. Our next topic, and this came from business2community.com. And it's an article called Generating Repeat Business Through Effective Email Marketing. I meet so many business owners that do not do email marketing. They don't think it works. They refuse to do it. They don't have time to do it. This and this and this. I have to tell you, the one thing throughout the last 13 years in my business that I think has made a huge difference is email marketing. Our first year open, for our anniversary offer, I sent an email out saying, hey, we're giving away $20 gift cards for our anniversary. And I said in the email, I said very specifically, I said, now I was a skeptic until this. This was year one. I said, instead of us placing a $400 ad this month, we're going to take that $400 and give it back to you. So we have $20 gift cards to give out to our guests. And all of a sudden, within 2-3 minutes of sending this email out, in start pouring emails. We want one, we want one, we want one, we want one. I looked at my wife Jamie and I said, why stop at 20? If these people are going to come in this next month, because we had a 30-day expiration date on it, or 6-week expiration date, I said, these people are going to come in on our slowest month and give us business because they're going to spend way more than 20. I said, this is far more effective than an ad. This is like placing 2 or 3 ads. We might as well just keep giving these away, and that's what we did. And from there, it was history with our email marketing. We saw a massive improvement in our January, which is our very slow month there, business, and it was amazing. So here are some tips on email marketing, effective email marketing. Some people think that email marketing is all about winning new customers, about making the crucial first sale. When it is, while it is important to turn interests, a visitor to your website into making decisions to subscribe to your mailing list, into cold hard cash, you also need to pay attention to nurturing your new leads and generating repeat business. Now, this article is not specifically written for restaurants, but this applies to restaurants. I grab a lot of people on my list by them visiting my website and a pop-up box coming up and say, hey, save $10 on your next purchase. They go in there, fill their information out, and then we email them a little offer to come in. That is a huge lead generation for me, because if they're visiting the area and they're visiting several other restaurant websites to see where they're going, they're going to come to me because they have a $10 offer based upon going somewhere else. It's a huge advantage. So many companies focus all of their energy on the first sale and end up neglecting customers they haven't heard from in a while. This is so true. In the restaurant industry, your guests like to hear from you every 23 days. That's an industry statistic. Every 23 days, they like to hear from their favorite restaurant. However, if you blitz their inboxes with tempting new customer offers and then go silent once the sale has been made, you can easily cause them to forget about you. Now, in the restaurant industry, like a lot of businesses, there's a lot of competition. So a guest may love you for 6 months, and they may find another restaurant and totally, not really forget about you, but be lured in by somebody else. Maybe somebody else is constantly communicating to them. Maybe somebody else is giving them offers. Maybe somebody else is paying attention to them a little more than you were. And now the best time to actually collect a database, it's never too, let me just say the backup. It's never too early to actually collect a database. If you're opening a restaurant, you're just not opening in a month and saying we're open. This is something that you're going to plan out for several months, maybe 6 months, maybe even a year out. That is when you want to start taking your food, sampling it at fairs, and offering special invites, VIPs to your grand opening, to this part of this club, and you want to start, or even just free gift cards. We were involved in another restaurant last year that we're no longer involved in, but before we had opened the doors, we already had 500 people into our database. So when we did our grand opening, those 500 people were the ones who got the very first invites to our grand opening. Thank goodness all 500 didn't show up because you couldn't fit 500 into the restaurant. But we were doing this a month, 2 months in advance. We had the website up, we had lead generation, we were at fairs, street fairs, we were doing things, we were giving out free food. And a lot of business owners, restaurant owners I speak to, is like, oh, I just don't have time for that yet. Once I get situated, I don't have time for that yet. Well, a year later, they're still not capturing people that are walking in their door. And the easiest way to do that is through a survey card. You just put a survey at the end of their meal. And now you can do it digitally. A lot of platforms out there that can capture people's comments and information via phone app or something. But we do the standard old-fashioned way still, and still stick a comment card in the check presenter. Get their information, their birth dates, their address, what they liked, what they didn't like. May we use your comments, and simple information like that. And then we go back and we put it into our database. So how do you use email marketing to generate repeat business? What tactics can you use that are just as persuasive as those new customer offers? Here are a few pointers to help you improve your campaigns and revive that initial consumer enthusiasm about your brand. Don't stop the offers. Number one, savvy customers hate being lured in with fantastic welcome offers, and then once they're made a purchase, they have to pay full price every time thereafter. There are plenty of welcome back offers, timely discounts, and sales that you can tempt your customers back. In the restaurant business, we call this a bounce back. When the first time a customer comes in to your restaurant, you want to give them an offer. You want to email them an offer, hand them an offer, put it on their check, and on their check, and then they come back within the next 30 days or 60 days. It's so crucial to get them back in the second time and start that habit forming of coming into your restaurant. Well, even if they've been a customer for 5 years, you still want some kind of mechanism in place to email them or to communicate to them to say, hey, thank you for your last visit. You've accumulated this many points. Come back. Companies have done this for years. They've had reward or loyalty programs. It's nothing new. I mean, this is a 100-year-old concept. It used to be done via mail and postcards. But if you look at hotels, Marriott, they've done this for decades. The airline industry, frequent flyer miles. So things keep having you come back. A lot of restaurants are dead set. I'm not giving anything away. I'm not that kind of restaurant, this and that. You have to budget this as marketing, or think of it as marketing. So you have to charge an extra $1 so you can give away that $1. That's just how it goes, because the other restaurants are doing the same thing. They're charging that extra $1 so they can give that $1 away. So you might as well be doing it. So, this is like the whole thing with steroids in all these sports. It's like these baseball players think, well, we need to do, or these whatever, cyclists, whatever, we need to do steroids because my competitors are doing it, and you're not going to be competitive if you're not doing what they're doing. So all of a sudden now everybody's doing steroids. So this email marketing is like steroids for your business, and giving offers back and giving discounts and giving lures in. These are the parts of your business that if you're not doing, your competition's doing it. Your competition is going to lure them in a lot easier than you're going to lure them in. Use time-sensitive, urgent language. I find this extremely effective. If you just give an offer out there and say, hey, save 10% on your next order, and don't give an expiration date, you can literally have customers walking in the door 4 or 5 years later with some kind of postcard that you got or something, some kind of mailing, say, hey, I got this. And the staff members that you have working there at the time are going to be like, we take this? When did we start this? And the owner or manager will say, wow, that's 5 years old. And that has actually happened to us before. One of our very first huge postcards that we sent out, we didn't put an expiration date on it, and people still come in here and there. We made the postcard so attractive that people would stick it on their refrigerators. And that's what we wanted them to do. But if you flip on the other side, there's a 10% offer. So literally years later, people still walk in with this here and there, and of course we take it. But the goal was to get everybody there in a time-sensitive offer to take that 10% and bring it back in with the next 60 days. So we have a database of about 8,000 people on our email list, and we just sent out an email yesterday offering a free $15 gift card if they fill out our survey, because I want more information from my guests. I want to know, do they like whiskey? Do they like bourbon? Do they eat fish? Are they allergic to lobster? I want as much information as I possibly can to effectively market to each segment. So we sent out this free gift card offer for $15. We'll probably put a 45-day expiration date on it. So they'll come in September and October when we slow down drastically from the summer. And we had a 15% open rate within minutes. So Today, we're sending out these hard postcards, these actual postcards with an offer with a 45-day expiration date to literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And if just half of those people came in the next 45 days, it's going to increase my business drastically. Now you have to keep in mind, the money you're giving away is like placing an ad. People say, well, they'll place an ad for $500. They never see the money back on it. Who knows if your return on investment is that? This, at least I know my return on investment. An email was free. A postcard is 50 cents to mail it, including the printing of the postcard. It was dirt cheap. And I'm going to give them $15 if they spend $45 a person coming back in, or 20 or $35 or $45 a person, whatever it is. I know I'm making money. Keep in regular, consistent contact. Step number 3. You need to keep reminding customers that your brand exists. Okay, even if they're not ready to make a purchase yet. So in the restaurant industry, I like to send out, or in any industry, you like 80% of your emails to be educational. Not a hard sell, not this, buy this, buy that. We have this on special. It's, hey, if you're planning a wedding, here's 8 tips to picking a great caterer. Here's 10 tips for your special day. So just keep information things going to them. People like that. They'll open up emails and they'll keep you in mind. Hey, it's wild salmon season. When you go to your favorite restaurant or when you go out to eat now, look for wild salmon. There's no reason to eat farm salmon this time of the year. And here are the benefits of wild salmon. And if you have wild salmon on your menu, guess what? They're going to come to you before they go somewhere else looking for wild salmon. So keeping in regular, consistent contact is super, super important, even if you're not selling. Use a previous purchase information to create more relevant content. That is so crucial. So we market to people based upon how much they spend with our restaurant. Okay, so based upon the volume amount, if they spend more, they get more offers sent to them, because we know our computer, our program generates more offers. Now that I just sent out this huge, what's called a deep dive survey, I can find out specifically what they like and market to their likes. There's no reason to send an email out on lobster night to somebody who doesn't eat lobster. So relevant content is super important, and that's done through surveys and finding out their past purchases, what they've ordered. So if they come into your restaurant all the time and they're ordering craft beer, maybe they should be part of the craft beer club. Maybe you should make a club for craft beer. Maybe you should, when you get a new craft beer in on tap, you can send an email out, a Facebook post, and lure them in by having a new item. Or you can ask for their feedback and say, hey, we're thinking about tapping or buying this, and this keg. What is let's take a vote. Let's take a survey on Facebook and get all these people to survey back what they would pick. And then once you said, hey, this is the winner, here's our new XYZ craft beer that you guys chose. Make them feel part of it. Step number 5, make subscribers feel like part of a club. This is super important. Everybody wants to belong to part of something. They want to be they want to conform. They want to be part of a higher group, a higher status. They want to be part of some kind of club. They want to belong. That's just human nature. So when you make somebody part of the VIP club or whatever it is, you can put a name to your email list. You can put a name to your loyalty program. And make them feel like, hey, you're getting this offer because you put up with our emails all year long. Hey, you get this special offer, only you get it because you get our emails, or you've been on our website, or you're part of our loyalty program. So please mention this discount when you come in, because nobody else, we just don't give this discount to anybody that walks in off the street. Make them feel like they're getting something above and beyond what anybody else would get, which keeps them in that club. And sometimes just send them out. Hey, here's $5. Here's $5 for the month of October for you to spend in our restaurant. Stuff like that goes a long, long, long way. So I have a lot more videos like this and a lot more tips like this over at 50mistakes.com. Head on over there, sign up for my email list over there, and you'll get lots of emails with information like this. I also do coaching and consulting. That is, all that information is there. I also do professional speaking. So if you need me to come speak at your group, in front of your group, in front of your business, in front of your industry, in front of your company, I'm more than happy to do that on all sorts of topics, business and health related. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely pass this on.